So, just because I've drove a stick before, that doesn't mean that I should go out and go buy a car that's a manual, right? So let me tell y'all about the first time I ever drove a stick. I was in nursing school, and when I tell y'all, I have like some degree of PTSD from like nursing school and from cars, right? Not necessarily that I was in car accidents, but when I tell y'all, like literally, our cars will break the fuck down. Like our cars will literally break the fuck down, and especially my last year in nursing school, like we had so many car problems, right? So my mama had this little car. It was a Saturn. Was supposed to have bought it for me, right? But I obviously don't know how to drive a stick. When I tell y'all, she was like pretty much figure it out. And I know some of y'all are probably like, oh my gosh, why would she do that? But then at the same time, it's kind of like, figure that shit the fuck out, right? Figure it out. 111 on his clock. And even with swimming, no one ever taught me how to swim. Like, I literally taught myself how to swim. Don't ask me how. I just fucking know a bitch can swim. So I took the keys. At this point, I storm out the house because I'm irritated, right? Irritated, car is breaking down. Like, I have to get to school, right? So I literally take the car. And this is why I tell people, use your anger. Like, anger can be a benefit to you if you channel it correctly. Y'all, I had no problems driving that car until I got to, I was about 10 minutes from the house, 11 minutes from the house. I wasn't too far from the house. And I kind of pulled over, parked, and just kind of like, cried about it. Was just, just kind of took a moment to myself. And when I tell y'all after that, I could not get that car together. Like, I literally could not get that car together to get back to the house. Like, I finally was able to get it back to the house. But I say all this to say this. In nursing, they will do what you allow. They will literally do what you allow. So the job I'm at now, I finally met the boss. Mind you, this is my 3rd week into this contract. I finally meet the boss, right? She all cheerful, giddy. I love that for her. However, at that point, I was irritated. I was extremely irritated already that morning because I already knew I wasn't getting off work on time, right? And then just the things that was transpiring that morning, it really had me irritated. So she was like, how is everything going? I was like, it's going. I was like, it's going fair. She was like, just fair? I said, and I doubled down. I was like, yes, fair. And she's like, you have my number, right? I was like, yes, I have y'all, all y'all numbers on the sticky note that was given to me. She was like, well, text me and let me know what we can do better. I ain't text that woman. I'm not going to text that woman. Because you truly don't want to hear. You're not going to do what it is that I tell you to do. Because why do I have 7 patients as a nurse? Why do I have 7 patients? Like, this doesn't make sense. But just because I'm getting through my shifts, that does not mean you should, it's okay for me to have 7 patients. And that's why I say a lot of facilities, they continue to do these things because we allowed them to do these things. So going back to the car, just because I've drove a stick before, that does not mean I need to take my ass up there to a dealership and go buy a car that's a manual because I'm gonna tear something up. Same thing. I shouldn't be having 7 patients. Something is going to go wrong. Something is going to easily be missed. And y'all know what? I just watched a video from Sarah Jakes Roberts. And she was talking about don't grow weary. I forgot the title, but it was like, don't grow weary while waiting or something like that. But in the video she was talking about, and I just caught 444. She was talking about when we grow weary, that's when we miss things. We start to miss things. You're not as on point as you usually would when you're at your baseline. And it's the same thing, whether it's work or just in your regular life. You're not on point when you're stretched so thin and you're exhausted. But that's why it's so important, y'all, to speak up for yourselves. Like, even though I know y'all probably like, well, I mean, you ain't speak up for yourself. The only reason why I'll tolerate, which I know I already said something to my recruiter. When he hit me up first week, I'm like, nah, I ain't feeling this. But the only reason why I tolerate it now is because they actually allow me to self-schedule. They allow me to self-schedule. And right now, where I'm at in life, I need to be able to self-schedule because I have a lot of other things running concurrently with work. So I need to work the days that I can work. However, when things shift, I ain't gonna be going for that. But speak up. And this is where I usually get in trouble on jobs. I don't even want to say trouble, but this is when I come in and I start ruffling feathers because I want to question stuff. So like, even the woman who orientated me, my 2 shifts, she was a traveler. And I'm just like, we got 7 patients. She's like, oh no, but these are rehab patients. They're still motherfucking patients. Like what are we saying right now? Like, you not making this any better. Like, no. You trying to justify, and this is why they feel comfortable doing it. Because y'all not questioning this. Right? But it's like, at the end of the day, bro, stand up for yourself. Because if you don't, who else will? Nobody. And people treat you how you treat yourself.